guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Emma and in today's video I'm going to show you how I get ready for my Instagram pictures, how I do my makeup and any tips and tricks that I can give you. So today's makeup look is this really lovely like glowy pinky kind of look. I always look on Pinterest for inspiration. I've got a whole board full of inspiration and pictures and makeup pictures as well, so I always look on there. And today I'm going for this like winged kind of eye, a brighter shimmery colour on the inner corner of my eye like this one. There will be another video coming up on my channel going into more detail about how I plan my pictures and stuff like that, so look out for that. But for today's video I'm just going to show you how I've created this lovely makeup look. To start with, I always use a primer. Today I'm going to use my Mercier primer and it's the Radiance one. This primer is really nice. It's got a little bit of like a shimmer to it. Then I'm going to use my Nars Foundation, which is my favourite. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I use the colour Punjab. I think that's how you say it. And I'm just going to use my stippling brush to blend that all in. I am looking a bit more browner today. I did actually put a little bit of fake tan on my face a couple of nights ago, just to make me look a little bit more tanned. And then I feel like when you're taking Instagram pictures, especially if they're for makeup, which are really close up, I really like to make sure my skin is nice and prepped. So I've learned over the years that when you're doing makeup pictures, you always have to prep quite a lot, like spend more time on your makeup than you probably normally would, just because I feel like if you spend more time on it and make sure it looks really good, then the pictures are going to be easier to do. And they'll be quicker and you won't be faffing around putting more makeup on and like getting the lighting right and stuff. So it just makes your life easier if you make sure your makeup looks really good to start with. Concealer wise, I really like to use my little Soft Matte Complete Concealer from Nars. This is so good for covering any spots, so I really like to use that in colour Custard. And then I really like to use a bit of Mercier Flawless Fusion in both 2W for any red areas or anywhere I want even more coverage. And then underneath my eyes and a little bit around my nose, I like to put a lighter colour, which is more of a pinky colour, and I like to use colour 1C for this. So as I was saying about prepping your skin before taking photos, I like to fake tan a couple of nights before my face. I feel like it gives a really nice colour to your skin. I don't like to do it the night before because I feel like it makes my makeup look a bit cakey sometimes if there's a layer of tan on your face. And then I also like to do a scrub as well the night before. I really feel like it gets rid of any dead skin, any dry patches, and it really just makes your skin look even more flawless. Because in the pictures I get very close up and cameras pick up every detail. So the more prep you do, the less editing I think you're going to have to do. And I will be linking all of these products that I'm using below for you, so you can find them all. And as you can see, I only like to put this paler concealer in these certain areas. I don't like to put too much on. You can see how I do it in more detail over on another video that I did recently. This one was how I used to do my makeup versus how I now do it, and where I put my concealer and contour has definitely changed throughout the years. So that is a very interesting one to watch if you're interested in that. And then for any contouring that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to use my Studio Fix foundation stick from MAC. This is in the colour NW43. I think this is one of the best colours if you want a subtle contour. And then I just blend that all out with my foundation brush. I just use the same brush as it's still got foundation on, so I feel like it blends it in even nicer, makes it look even more natural. So I'm just going to set all my makeup with my Mercier translucent powder. I'm just going to do a light dusting of this. Like I said, for makeup for pictures, I feel like you do have to take your time doing your foundation and concealer. It's especially if you have a few blemishes like me. It's always best to make sure they're all covered up, or unless you don't want them covered, it's up to you, but I like to make sure my skin is looking pretty flawless. And then I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows quickly with my favourite Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil in the colour Supermodel Brow, and then give them a brush through and set them with my favourite brow gel, which is one from Ico. I actually forgot I had this one, but it's a tinted gel brow booster, so it actually tints your eyebrows at the same time. So it's really good if your brows are looking a bit pale, or you haven't dyed them in a while. It actually tints them, so it's really, really good, and it really stays on and keeps them in place. So I just like to give them a bit of a brush. I'm going to go for quite a natural brow today. And to make them look even hairier, I really like to use my HD Brow pencil. It's one that you have to sharpen in a certain way. It's quite difficult to sharpen, but the results are amazing. You can literally draw on individual hairs. And I really like to give them a brush through to make them look a bit more fluffy and break up the lines a little bit. And then I'll use my brow gel. And then moving on to bronzer, I think I'm actually going to use 3 different types of bronzer today. I like to use this colour from my Dior Backstage palette. It's a bit more of a grey tone. That's really, really good for a little bit of subtle contouring. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my Nars Laguna Matte bronzer. This is a really nice colour to add a bit more definition to your contour on your cheeks. And then I think I'm going to just dust over my whole face with this Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the colour Bronze 02. Such a lovely bronzer. It's really got a slight shimmer to it, so it's going to add a nice glowy look to my skin. So before I actually do my makeup for a picture, I actually look on Pinterest. I get so much inspiration because I feel like if you're copying a picture, it's sometimes easier to know what you're doing, because sometimes you can just get carried away with makeup and you don't really know what you're doing, and it can take forever, and then by the time you've done all your makeup, like, the light's gone. So it's good to plan it. So I actually look on Pinterest. I like to see what is something new, something I haven't tried before. I found these pictures the other day, like this, like really lovely glowy makeup, and there's a trend at the moment. I've realised that putting real shimmer like in the corner, like really quite a lot of shimmer but nowhere else, and then quite big lashes on the outer corner. So I'm going to try and do something quite similar to this. I really like to have these pictures just on my phone next to me so I can have a look, see what their makeup is like, see if mine's looking quite similar to it. It just gives you an idea of what you're actually trying to achieve, because otherwise you could be doing it forever. I know I could be doing my makeup for hours and hours and you might not even like it at the end of it. So yeah, it's important to just try things out. Earlier I was actually testing all the eyeshadows out on my hand earlier, so I knew what kind of colours go together. So for my eyeshadow, I'm going to use my favourite Nars palette, which is the Afterglow palette. I'm going to use this lovely brown colour with maybe a little bit of this darker brown colour as well, just in the crease. I'm basically putting the lighter brown colour basically all over my lid. For my actual lid colour, I'm going to use this really lovely gold colour from my Dazzling Diamonds Charlotte Tilbury little eyeshadow palette. Such a lovely palette. I might actually mix together the lighter colour and the gold colour together just to make it a bit more of a lighter, warmer gold. And I'm just going to use my finger for this. I feel like it's sometimes a bit easier, and then you can just blend it a little bit with a brush afterwards. So I'm mainly putting this like here on the inner part of my eye and then blending it out a little bit towards the end of my eye, but mainly keeping it in the middle towards this part of my eye. This is such a lovely palette. They're really lovely colours. I haven't used this colour yet, but these 3 here are just so nice. They're more of like a glittery eyeshadow rather than like a smooth satin style eyeshadow, so they are really quite glittery on your eyes, but I think that's really nice. And then for the really glittery part on the inner corner, I'm going to use this little eyeshadow pot from Nars This is a powder chrome loose eye pigment in the colour Shockum, and it's such a loose glittery eyeshadow, so you have to be quite careful with this, but it's such a lovely gold colour. It's literally just like pure glitter basically. So I'm going to use my little Dior brush like this. It's really easy to go in the little corners and things, and I'm guessing this is actually going to go down my face quite a lot, so I'm just going to give it a go. I did try it earlier, but again, makeup's just trial and error sometimes, and especially with photos as well, finding out what makeup looks good on you in photos. It can take a while to find that out. I know I've done so many different makeup looks, but I feel like I've actually found what my makeup style is now for when I take photos. It's different to if I'm going somewhere like a cafe or out for lunch. I like to do a lot more contouring and put a lot more effort into my makeup when I'm doing photos, but on a day-to-day basis it probably looks a bit too much. But in photos you actually can't tell how much I'm wearing. I think that's going to really pick up in a photo as well. So I just like to think about these things before I do my makeup. So I'm actually going to use that same brown colour that I used all over my lid. I'm going to use a little bit of that with a tiny brush and do a little bit underneath my eyes as well. Okay, so now for some eyeliner. I'm going to use this brown eyeliner from Maven Beauty. You might not have heard of this makeup brand, but it's quite new and it's actually Fashion Nova's own beauty brand. And this is such a good eyeliner, I absolutely love it. You twist it up like this, and then it's so liquidy, so it's so easy to do like a really fine line. So it's really, really good, and it stays on so well. And it's a really nice brown colour. You don't often get liquid eyeliner in a brown. So I'm going to just do like a flick of eyeliner, but mainly towards the end of my eye. Then I think I'm actually going to go over the top of my eyeliner just a little bit to soften it a little with this darker brown colour here that I used a little bit on my crease earlier. Sometimes I actually feel like when you start taking photos you think, oh actually I could do with a bit more powder, I could do a bit more of this, so I always touch up my makeup whilst I'm doing my pictures, because sometimes you just need a little bit of extra. So like I'm just going to add a little bit extra eyeshadow just so it's a bit darker, because honestly makeup looks so different on pictures, so if it doesn't go right the first time, don't beat yourself up. It does take a lot of practice to get your makeup to look good in pictures. I know it's taken me absolutely years. I've been doing Instagram pictures for like, oh gosh, probably like 5 years now, or even longer, and I've only just really got the knack of like how I like my makeup in my photos. So don't be too hard on yourself. I know I can be. If my makeup doesn't go right, I'm like, oh for God's sake, I go in a big strop and stuff, but just don't. Tomorrow's a new day, and it happens to us all. So for lips, I'm going to start off with a lip balm. I always like to have a lip balm first, make my lips all nice and moisturised, and I'm going to use this one called Laguna. It's a really nice one from Nars. It's like a brown colour, which is just a really nice base for any lipsticks, and I got this in a little mini set of 3, so it also comes in 2 other colours as well, and it's such a nice little set. And then I'm actually going to use my favourite Huda Beauty lip contour lip liner in Trendsetter, and then my favourite lipstick in my Tweedy, which is a powder kiss lipstick from MAC. I know that I love this combination in pictures, but I'm actually going to try something new today. I'm going to try a lip gloss from Mercier. So it's a really cute little mini one. This is in the colour Bare Pink, so it's just like a solid colour, like pale pink kind of colour. So I'm going to give that a go, but I might not like it when I start taking pictures, so I'll probably end up taking it off, but it's worth a go. So the reason why I'm actually trying out a lip gloss is because on the pictures that I'm looking at, I really like this one. She's got like a really juicy pinky lip, and I thought, why not, let's give that a go, see what it looks like in a picture. I never have a lip gloss in any photos, so let's give it a go. Oh my god, this smells amazing. Oh, it smells good. It's such a like natural pinky colour, and because it's quite a light colour, it kind of makes your lips look really juicy and just really Nice. Next up, I'm going to use a blusher, I think. I really like to use my favourite Nars one, which is the Gina colour. And I'm just going to put quite a lot of this on, I think. I feel like quite a pink, like healthy look today. So I'm going to go all out with the blusher. Put a little bit on my nose as well. A bit on my forehead. Just to lightly dust it all over, basically. Just to make me look a little bit more healthy. So to add even more glow, I'm going to use this lovely like highlighter. It's absolutely humongous. But this is the Hollywood Superstar Glow highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. And it's such a lovely colour. It's like a really warm, pinky, like rose gold colour. And it comes in such a beautiful like palette like this. It's got such a big mirror, which is so handy. Yeah, it's just so nice. I love it. I love it, darlings. That's what I should say. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Not too much because I don't want to overdo it. But I'm just going to add a little bit, maybe like on my cheeks. Just makes you look so healthy and glowy. And it kind of ties in with the whole lip colour. Yeah, so I really like that. I'm just going to quickly curl my eyelashes and add my favourite Charlotte Tilbury mascara, which is the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes. It's such a good one for making your lashes look super long, and it really combs your lashes through. And then I think I'm going to add a few individual lashes just to the ends of my lashes, and I'm going to use the individual ones from Eyeliner. They're probably my favourite because you get a mixture of short, medium and long. And I'm not sure what to use today. I think I might use just the short ones, mainly because I've actually got none of the medium ones left. They're my favourite ones, so yeah, I'm just going to probably use a mixture. Maybe a couple of long, couple of short on each eye. So whilst my eyelashes are drying, I'm just going to do a quick little bit of baking with my tiny little Laura Mercier powder. This is a secret brightening powder for under eyes, but I like to use it for a little bit of baking. Not too much, just a light bake, and then I'm just going to dust it off with my little brush. Last of all, I'm going to add a few fake freckles, and I'm going to use my favourite little product from Freck. This is such a good one if you want to put any fake freckles on. So now I've done my makeup, it is time to do my hair. For today's photos, I think I'm going to do a high ponytail and then put in a Lulabelle's ponytail to make it look like I've got shorter hair. But I actually washed my hair last night. I like to wash it the night before so it's not too soft. I like to put in a root booster from, I think it's Moroccan Oil, and they do a really good root booster that you actually put in the roots when it's wet and then you dry it in, and it really adds volume and texture to the roots. Then I like to put dry shampoo in straight away after I've washed it and dried it, and then when I wake up in the morning I put more dry shampoo in, just because my hair gets ever so oily. I feel like for me especially, if my hair's looking really flat in a photo, it just doesn't look good. And also if you've got like products in there to make it more textured, it's just easier to style. For today's shoot, I'm just going to be taking some pictures in this top that I got from ASOS. I love how it's got like underwired section here. Quite simple, but I want the makeup to stand out today. And then I'm going to wear these leather trousers that are really cool. They've got like a white stitching detail, and these are just from Motel. So I'll put the links to what I'm wearing for this shoot down below. But yeah, this is the finished look for today's shoot. I really like how my makeup's turned out. I'm really liking the lip gloss, and I will show you the final images that I created at the end of the video. Let me know what you want me to film next. I'm thinking about filming how I shoot at home in my room, what lights and things I use, so let me know what you want me to film. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. My Instagram is just Emma Graceland. You can see lots of makeup pictures and outfit pictures on there. I've linked all the products and items down below for you can find them all there. I hope you're all doing okay, and I'll see you all again in the next video. Bye guys! Mwah.